trying something different this morning. This is the first day in Scotland we're allowed to travel anywhere around the Scottish mainland. So I've come to the Stirling area, and what I'm trying to do is get a sunrise photograph of Stirling Castle. So what I'm hoping to achieve is I'll wait until the sun rises. As the sun rises, I'm hoping the sun will light up the front of the castle. Whilst doing that, that means using a long lens, I'll bring the castle up close with the zoom lens, but the mountains in the background will seem really large and close to the castle. Again, it's all to do with the zoom lens. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. It's actually -3, it's 5:30 in the morning, so I'm here early enough to catch the sunrise as it comes up. So here's hoping as the morning progresses, I can get the shot I'm expecting to get. Now, there won't be many images to share with you today because there's only one real area of interest, but what I will do is I'll use different focal lengths, and then hopefully using the different focal lengths you'll be able to see the difference in the range and the way that I'm focusing. So what I'll do is I'll get the camera set up, get ready for sunrise, and I'll start sharing the images with you. Okay, so I've put the 400mm lens on so that I can try and be as close to the castle as I possibly can for this distance. The other problem I had that you'll see, which is something I haven't really had to do before, is because all this grass is so soft, when I took a test shot, it was like a vibration coming through the photograph. So what I've had to do is tie my bag to the tripod to secure the bag down, and you'll see it's not quite glamorous, but that doesn't matter, it's doing the trick. So what I'm also doing here is I'm bracketing the shots because there's some pink coming up behind the mountains, and those two mountains that I'm capturing behind Stirling Castle are called Ben Vorlich and Stucacroin. So what I'll do is I'll just adjust the settings. I'll just increase the shutter speed a bit. So I've got a 1/6 of a second f11 ISO 100. I've framed it so that I've got a quarter of the sky. I've got the castle in the centre of the image, because there's some smoke coming off some of the factories in the foreground, and that's quite nice. But I'm giving myself enough space that if I want to crop the shot later on, then I can do that. But again, the time's now 6:10 in the morning. The sky behind me is absolutely purple and orange. It's beautiful. It's starting to get really pinky this side. So what I'll do is I'll just keep taking these shots, because the danger is the more I talk, there's a danger I might miss the colour of the sky, because I just know this won't last very long. Yeah, we're getting quite a nice colour in the sky, and I'm getting the effect that I'm looking for, where I want the castle to be in the foreground, where it's right in front of the mountains. But the sky behind me is glorious, absolutely glorious. Okay, so the sun's now fully up. I've actually got a 2x extender. So what I might do is put the 2x extender on, although the castle's lighting up really nicely. And what I'll try and do is zoom even closer into the castle, just to see what kind of view and different perspective I can get for this image, because I've taken shots in film of different zoom lengths, and then what I'll do is I'll add that into the film so you can see. But yeah, it's actually, the sun's up now, it's actually lighting up the castle, which is really, really nice. The smoke in front of the castle is getting lit up as well from the factories. I have to keep changing my f-stop and my shutter speed only because of the way that the light is coming in from the sun now. but I think now what I'll do is I'll change the lens and I'll add in this. Okay, I've added the 2x extender. I've actually done it in good time because the castle is getting really well lit up from the sun and we're getting a really nice glow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just change the composition a bit and zoom straight into the castle. Now the danger I have with this is I then lose the backgrounds, the mountains, but what I'll do is I'll take one shot. I'll do a pano, because the pano will allow me to include the mountains, and I'll get some sky, and then what I'll do is I'll stitch that all together. So if I just zoom in, this is really tricky because with the zoom, the 2x zoom, it gets really sensitive, so any type of shake you have in the camera makes it difficult to focus. Right, that's a nice shot. Actually, I might make it a 4-shot panel because what I want to do is get the smoke coming through those factories, because that's really nice. And then I think that's probably going to need a 5-shot panel. The sun's lighting the castle up even further now, and that's turning into a really nice image. What I'll do is I'll put my hand in front because what I want to get is a bracket exposure panel. So if I set this up, and then what I can do is I can bring all those images, so that'll be probably about 25 images I'm going to have to bring together in post-processing. And I'm so glad I put my bag on the tripod, because the tripod's so stable with the weight of the bag holding it down. What I'm doing is I'm just being careful, so I'm probably going to do 6 panel shots, and the reason is I want to make sure I've got enough overlap for the algorithm in the Photoshop software and the Lightroom software to pick up the panel, because there's a lot of detail here and I don't want to miss any detail in that smoke, because the smoke that's been lit up by the sun from the factories, it's got a really nice texture in it. So once I finish this, I'll put my hand in front of the camera. I'll just change that setting so I know that I'm not taking 5 images. And then the sun's now lighting up the town, so I'll put the camera back to landscape mode. I'll just level the camera off. And I'll just take a shot. So I'm just trying to make sure the castle's actually in focus here. And then what I can do is just go down a bit. Wow, that's really nice. So I'm going to zoom out and I'll get a wider composition here, because the light now is really nice. I'm going to pull right back. I actually want the smoke, because the smoke in the image is actually really nice, and it's giving us, it really accentuating the sun when it's hitting it. It's not giving me the effect I want with the castle being really close to me as opposed to the mountains, but Wow, that is a really nice shot. I'll just do a quick bracket so I can make sure I've got some kind of colour in the sky. It's getting to that time now where we're losing the colour in the sky, so the sunrise effect with all the pinks and the purples and the yellows are nearly gone. But I'm still achieving what I'm looking for and what I set out to achieve, which was the actual castle itself all lit up in its glory, as you would say. So I'm going to zoom right in now. And I'm just going to clip Ben Vorlich and Stucacroin, just making sure that the castle's as sharp as I can get it. Well, my eyesight's probably not the greatest, but it's... There we go. Oh wow. Yep, so I'm liking this. I'm sure there's lots of different locations round about this area where you could potentially stand and get different views for this type of image, but this was the only place that I could see where I've seen images in the past that looked had any kind of resemblance to what I saw. I mean, the ideal image here is when the mountains are covered in snow. So then you have the castle on the rock, and then all the mountains in the background are covered pure white with snow. That would be an amazing image, but unfortunately I haven't been able to achieve that because of lockdown. But now we've eased, I doubt it's going to snow that heavy between now and the next little while, so we'll make the best of what we've got. We've got a sunrise lighting up the castle, and it's a really nice image. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was something a bit different. It wasn't a waterfall. Hopefully the images have turned out and we've managed to achieve the desired effect. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Remember, it's free. And if you want to find out when I post future videos, just press the bell notification and it will happen automatically. So thank you, and here's to the next video.